Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here. Friends, I think either I'm getting an allergy of some sort or I'm getting a bug because I have been sneezing. So please bear with me if I sneeze in between or you see some jumps in the cuts. That would be me editing my sneezing out of the video. So apologize in advance for it. And what am I going to do today? So today we're going to talk about Intellia Therapeutics because in the last few months, actually the last 6 months, I would say, we have been hyper focused on CRISPR and Bluebird because they had the PDUFA date coming up, they had the BLS published and so on and so forth. And in the process, we left behind the other genomic companies in the sense that we did not do full features on any of them in a consistent basis. So today I'm going to pick up Intellia, looking at the 2024 presentation at JPM for the strategic outlook and key milestones for 2024. That's what I'm talking about here today. And in addition, what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare Intellia to CRISPR Therapeutics and to Editas and give you my feedback on what I think about them. I'm using a different kind of metrics because all of these are non-revenue producing companies. So I'm using a different metrics to compare them, and you can give me a feedback about what you think in the comment section below. And I will also put a link to the press release of the strategic objective which I'm referring. So with that said, let's get started. Welcome back, friends. This is the press release that I'm referring to. I'll put a link for this in the description section so that you can just directly click and go there. So it reads, Intellia Therapeutics highlights its 3-year strategic priorities and anticipated 2024 key milestones. If I were to sum up their 2024 objectives, it would be that they are looking at completing patient enrollment for NTLA 2001 and NTLA 2002, and they are planning a BLA submission for NTLA 2002 in 2026, not this year, but 2 years down the line. And they're also planning to initiate clinical trials for in vivo and ex vivo programs that are in preclinical stage. So this is a no-brainer, and this is what any company would have done. They also plan to increase the disease range by using new editing and delivery innovations. So this is something ambitious that they have put in place. So let us look at new additions to the pipeline and also new technologies. Now let me talk in detail about their anticipated 2024 milestones, including explaining the target disease in each case, because it's been a while since we have spoken about Intellia and many of you must have forgotten the indications that they are working on. So first, let's talk about NTLA 2000 for ATTR amyloidosis. And when you look at ATTR, which is transthyretin amyloidosis, it's a rare progressive disease caused by the buildup of abnormal deposits of misfolded transthyretin protein. And these deposits accumulate in various tissues and organs, affecting their normal function. The appropriate market size for ATTR is challenging to pinpoint precisely due to its rarity, but it is considered a niche segment. And the current standard of care often involves managing symptoms, with some patients undergoing liver transplantation. And the cost associated with managing ATTR, including supportive care and potential transplant procedures, can be substantial. The NTLA 2001 therapy aims to address the root cause of ATTR by employing CRISPR-based gene editing to correct the underlying genetic mutation, representing a potential transformative approach in the treatment landscape and thereby improving the standard of care. Here are the company objectives for ATTR in 2024. So they want to dose the first patients in the magnitude trial in Q1 of this year, and they want to prepare for phase 3 study for ATTR-V-PN in 2024. Now, these are all their different programs for NTLA 2001. Next, let us talk about NTLA 2002 for HAE. HAE stands for hereditary angioedema. It's a genetic disorder characterized by recurring episodes of severe swelling in various parts of the body, including the hands, feet, and face. The market for HAE is relatively small due to its rare nature. The current standard of care involves managing acute attacks and, in some cases, long-term prophylactic treatments. Costs associated with HAE management includes medication for acute attacks and preventative therapies. NTLA 2002, which is Intellia's CRISPR-based therapy, aims to address the genetic basis of HAE, potentially offering a more targeted and long-term solution compared to current management approaches. Here are the company's objectives for HAE in 2024. Initiate phase 3 trial in second half of 2024. That's what they're planning to do. And they also want to present updated data from phase 1 and new data from phase 2 in 2024. They haven't given a specific time when, so we should expect the last quarter of 2024 unless otherwise specified. Then we have NTLA 3001, which is for SSYF-associated lung disease, alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency, that is AATD, which is a genetic disorder that can lead to lung and liver disease. AATD-associated lung disease involves the progressive destruction of lung tissue, leading to respiratory issues. And the market size for AATD is relatively smaller compared to more common respiratory conditions. The current standard of care focuses on managing symptoms and in some cases lung transplantation, and costs associated with AATD management include medication, supportive care, and potential surgical interventions. NTLA 3001 is Intellia's CRISPR-based therapy, aims to address the genetic cause of AATD-associated lung disease, potentially providing a more targeted and curative approach compared to traditional treatments. And friends, I can talk about what exactly they are doing in each of these therapy from a genes point of view, if the information is available. If any of you are interested in that kind of a video, put it in the description and I'll take care of that. Here are the objectives for 2024. They want to dose the first patient in the phase 1 study in 2024 for AATR. And then I want to look at their high-level financial position. And I would like to highlight that for the year ended 2023, they had approximately $1 billion in cash. As per the company, their cash runway extends into mid-2026, so no fear of equity dilution for the next 2 years. And the company also mentioned a desire for organizational streamlining with a focus on key priorities. And their target is to reduce their workforce by approximately 15%. So these are very good attitudes because they'll extend the cash runway, or maybe they already considered that when they said they go all the way up to 2026 with their cash runway. Now let me show you a comparison sheet I have made just for valuation sake. Let's look at the spreadsheet. Now let's take a look at my spreadsheet where I've compiled information from Yahoo Finance. And what we have here is from the balance sheet, I have taken their total cash per share, total debt equity, current ratio, and book value for CRISPR, Intellia, and also Editas. And then I've taken their share price as of end of business today, which is 22nd of January. So CRISPR was at 65.26, Intellia was 26.13, and Editas was at 8.33. Now what I have done here is I have divided the price by the book value. How many times the book value is the price? So we come to 3 here. So Intellia is cheaper than CRISPR, but the discount is only 25%. And if you look at the debt equity ratio, you will find that CRISPR Therapeutics has got more cash as compared to its debt when you look at Intellia. And also the current ratio is superior for CRISPR Therapeutics. So from a valuation perspective, there is already a built-in discount into Intellia here. And price by cash per share. So I think Intellia is at a discount out here of almost 8%. So CRISPR seems to be much better and the market has valued it better. The question is whether this is the right amount of discount or there should be more discount, given the fact that CRISPR is going to get into the market and start earning revenue from Casgevy. It's going to get that 40%. And when it comes to Intellia, their BLS is aimed for 2026. So is this a fair discount at this point of time from a price per share and as well as book value perspective? So that's the question. I don't have an answer for that. These are just questions to ponder about. Now I've compared Intellia to Editas. So when we look at how it compares to Editas, you can see that in all parameters, Intellia is superior to Editas out here. And when we come to our main parameter of comparison out here, when we look at how many times the cash per share you are paying to buy a share of Editas, you will find that you pay 1.889 times, whereas for Intellia you pay 2.245 times. So Intellia is more expensive, Editas is cheaper, likewise for book value, and we have a discount of 37.05 and 34.69. Now, both Intellia and Editas don't have any therapy in the market. They don't have any PDUFA coming up at this point of time, and they are burning through their capital. And given that, now if you compare the discount here of value of Editas as compared to Intellia, and if you look at Intellia as compared to CRISPR, I mean, it's all very subjective. So the market, I don't think, is got any kind of specific rule of how to value them. Right now, it seems like the market is generally looking at these companies like race horses. Whichever racehorse name they like the best, they go for it. So there's some kind of a clan following for various companies, I think. Maybe I'm in the CRISPR cult and I just think CRISPR is best and so on. So until these companies start coming up with a therapy and that starts getting marketed, we won't be actually able to do a real comparison like price by equity or cost of sales, those kind of things, to look at efficiency parameters, to look at valuation parameters. I just thought I'll put it in there as a food for thought. And now let us look at the price chart and see where they are going and what they look like. Here's the price chart for Intellia, and you can see that they closed at 26.13 at close of business on 22nd January, a gain of 2.27% over the previous day. And this is a line which I have drawn here, which is going to be the support line for this. I think I can adjust it a little more. So this is the support line. As you can see, it touches upon all the wicks and does not cross over the body of the candle. So this is as precise as I can put it. So we are in some kind of a bull channel. So that's the first positive here. But then if we were to look at what is happening with the MACD is bearish. Momentum is below average, but picking up. Probably this is a reflection of what happened today. If this continues and we go above average, I'll be optimistic. But right now, I'm not. I need it to go, momentum to go above average. And we can see all the exponential moving averages are above the price. So that is another bearish factor out here. And we have a bunch of death crosses out here where the long-term exponential moving average has been crossed over by the short-term exponential moving average, which is again a bearish trend. But this bull channel out here gives me a little bit of optimism. That's what I think I'd like to say about Intellia. I think what we have to look forward to is many of our genomic companies coming up with therapies. We already have CRISPR Therapeutics, which is a genuine genomics company using CRISPR therapeutics, CRISPR editing methodologies, and the therapies have come into the market after approval by FDA. So that's a huge milestone for our watch list. But guys, we are way ahead of schedule. We are following this sector way prematurely or in advance. So we need a lot of patience. There's another sector which is developing in parallel, which is AI. Now, AI is also quite advanced, but we still have opportunities out there. And there's an overlapping area between AI and genomics, which is going to be very critical. And if we fail to keep track of that, we may miss some opportunities. So we need to follow AI as well. I'll give you my sense of what's happening with AI. If we remember how the internet revolution started, people are using flowery terms like internet superhighway. Internet is the information superhighway. And we were not able to get a grasp of what it was until we actually started working on the browser for the first time and going to websites. And then so many use cases came up. We had cell phones with internet access. Then we were able to use apps. We were able to do banking and so many things through the internet. And now everyone, even a person in a remote area of the world, knows what internet is because they experience the use cases and they experience the utility. Same thing is happening with AI. Slowly, we are starting to realize that the chatbot that we used to see earlier in customer service, that's actually AI. And we are starting to see Copilot in Microsoft. We are seeing ChatGPT in action. And soon there are many companies which will be deploying customer service and invoice handling, customer complaints, everything through AI. And more people will start getting exposed to the use cases. And as they get familiar, AI will also be firmly established as a part of our life. AI, mobile phones, and so on. So as a result of all of those things, the technology is going to move into the AI area, and many services and goods that we know the way it is right now are going to transform, and we need to be part of that. So in this channel, I'm also going to plan to track AI. I'll make an initial list of companies and I'll invite your feedback so that we can refine that further. And we'll start actively looking for genomic companies which are adopting AI and see what they are working on. With that, my friends, I would like to bring this video to an end. And today I might probably not do my daily update video because I'm not feeling too well. And I've been sneezing through this entire video, cutting and editing everywhere. So I'll say good night for now. I'll catch up with you again as soon as I get better, maybe tomorrow or day after. Take care. Bye for now.